Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I have such an exciting video for you guys. Yes, I am filming this after I filmed the entire video because for some reason my intros keep getting deleted. I filmed an intro for this video and I can't find it. I have the rest of the video, I just don't have the intro. And like I don't have the outro, so you'll see me again at the end of the video at this exact moment. But I saw Simply Lily do this video, which is listening to 30 albums in 30 days. And I thought, that's a genius idea. Like, I so want to do this. I've always kind of felt that I kind of pick and choose which songs I listen to off albums. I am not the type of person to listen to a full album because I am kind of just a follower. If I hear something on the internet, TikTok, and I'm like, oh, that song's good, I'll listen to it. And it's very rare that I actually listen to the full album, and I thought this video would be a really good way to actually listen to more songs, to let more albums into my life. So that's exactly what I did this video. I listened to 30 albums in 30 days, which was fun. It was fun. By no means is this like a crazy challenge or anything. Like, I just want to say that like straight away. Like, it's not like the most insane thing. However, I thought it was really fun and I wanted a fun challenge to do and I really liked it. I actually really enjoyed it. So basically how I'm gonna run this video, obviously I'm gonna listen to 30 albums, 30 days, so an album a day. I have to listen through the full thing. Even if I've listened to a song before, I need to listen to the full thing because, you know, order. And second of all, what I'm going to do is after each week, I'm going to do a little recap of all the albums I listened to. I'll give you my ratings on them, my thoughts, any opinions that I might have. And then at the end, I'm going to tell you my top few albums, not songs. Actually, maybe I will do songs. And no, I'm not gonna do songs. I will do my like top probably 5, maybe 10, maybe 10. I'll do 10. As you can tell, I haven't filmed that either. I will do my top 10 albums all together. So those are my little ground rules. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys at the end of the video again to recap. We have officially reached the 1 week mark of this video. We have listened to our first 7 albums and I'm here to recap it. I'm here to tell you my thoughts, my ratings, my feelings on these albums. I felt like this was a pretty good week. There's some good ones. Actually, most of them were good. Most of them were really good. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about them. Please ignore that I'm probably wearing the shirt again. This video will really expose the shirts that I wear like on repeat. But let's get into the recap. First album I listened to is Give Me a Minute by Lizzie McAlpine. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I really love Lizzie McAlpine. I genuinely don't think there's a single song on here that's like bad. I definitely have to say I knew To the Mountains and Apple Pie. Those were the 2 I knew off, and they are still my top 2 favorite, and I think those were the standout for me personally. But literally every single song is like so good. It definitely is a good vibe. I really like her music. Like I said, the 2 that I already knew were kind of the most standout, so it wasn't like the most revolutionary thing, but I did really enjoy it. And I definitely need to fully listen to Older and Wiser, which yeah, is on for today, actually, that I'm supposed to listen to, so yeah. But anyways, the next album I listened to was The Show by Niall Horan. I gave this a 9 out of 10. I have to admit, I have been sleeping on Niall Horan because this was so good. I loved this so much. The only song I had heard from this entire album was Heaven, and I heard that like a week or two ago, like prior to filming. This was so good. The only notes I have in here is Science. That might be one of my favorite songs. Like, actually, that song, like, there's something about those types of songs that I really like gravitate towards in like any album, and I just love it. His voice is killer in it, and just like, oh my god, just the meaning of it, like, it just like I needed it, and I'm upset that like I just now found out that song. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for that one. It was a really good album. The third one I listened to was A Matter of Time by Leve. I gave this a 7 out of 10. I'd say this is kind of like with the Lizzie album. I genuinely love every vibe. I love the vibes of this album. Like, they're all really good songs to listen to. Actually, I have it on vinyl. I really like them. I don't think there was anything particularly standout, but I just know it's an album that's like good to throw in the background. I don't think it's like my all-time favorite, and I don't think it's something that I'll be like completely gravitating towards, but I just like, it has that good feels, you know what I mean? Like, it just like, it's that kind of, it's jazz, and jazz has never really been my biggest like genre of music. Like, I don't really gravitate towards that, but I really liked it. It was really good. Fourth one we listened to is The Art of Loving by Olivia Dean. I also gave this a 7 out of 10. Along the lines of Give Me a Minute by Lizzie, I had a few that I had listened to prior that I really loved, and I think those stood out the best. Which I believe was Baby Steps, Nice to Each Other. Be Nice to Each Other? Nice to Each Other? I think it's Nice to Each Other. Those were the biggest standout. I like the vibes of this album. Again, it kind of like, just the ones that I do love her voice. Her voice is so good, and I love her like lyricism. I just love it so much. On a similar note, we have Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. I also gave that a 7 out of 10. Exact same story. First of all, I think this probably is like, I feel like I just love Ethel Cain. I love the way the songs are written. Like, it's just unreal how talented Ethel Cain is. And once again, I had some songs on this that were like my all-time favorites, and that aren't really changed by that or anything. Most of these are due to me like knowing a few songs from it, and like, I think the only one is Niall that I developed a new favorite from, which was Science. But yeah, I love so many, like, it's such a good album. It's such a good album. And then my sixth one we listened to is The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller. This was a 10 out of 10. Like, I have listened to Mac Miller before. I love Love Lost. Like, as basic as that sounds, I love it. I love the spins. And I never really deep dived into Mac Miller's music. I kind of just was a very loose listener. Like, if I heard on TikTok, I would listen to it. Love Lost is a really good song. I think I've heard little snippets of this album. Like, I haven't actually listened to a full song. When I tell you this was so good, like, I can't believe, not to bring in Ariana Grande, because we will talk about her in a second, next album. The, collaboration that they did on Divine Feminine, chef's kisses. The first song did in fact kill me when I first heard it. Like, the intro, oh, I literally was listening to this, I think it was like crafting on my floor, and I finished the last song and it was repeating again, and I was like, wait, it's over? I don't want it to be over. It is so good. I genuinely love like every single song. Like, I don't have a favorite, but like all of them are so good, and that is a 10 out of 10. Our first 10 out of 10. Maybe our only 10 out of 10. I don't know, but it was so good, and I need to listen to more Mac Miller. The seventh one we listened to was Eternal Sunshine Deluxe by Ariana Grande, and this, I've been on the fence for a while on the rating. Like, I've tried to think about it, and I think I would give this a 6 out of 10. Just being that there are a lot of songs on here that I don't really care for. I love the meaning, and I love the message, and some of the songs are absolutely beautiful. I love Ariana Grande, but there are some songs on here that I'm not gonna listen to. Like, it kills me, but it is true. There are some on here that I just don't care for. So personally, like, I was just bored on some of the songs. Still, Twilight Zone, We Can't Be Friends, Wait for Your Love, Eternal Sunshine. There's so many good songs on this album. However, there are just a lot that I didn't care for. Those are the first 7 albums. Kicking into what we're listening to today, which I have not listened to, and it is 5 p.m. Can't believe myself. So also I think is a long one. But we are going to be listening to I can't speak. We are going to be listening to Older and Wiser by Lizzie McAlpine. Again, I can't believe I have her twice on this list, but like, I need to. I love a lot of songs already on this. But yeah, we're just gonna listen to this. I'm very excited. Yeah. Hello guys, it is week 2 recap time. I cannot believe it's already been another week. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this past week has not felt like a week, probably because it's Christmas and it's just like kind of like that feels of it, but I got in an album every single day. I did feel like it was a little cheaty because some of them you're gonna see are just Christmas albums, which I feel like is not expanding my music. Well, it is because I haven't listened to them, but like, first day I listened to Older and Wiser by Lizzie McAlpine. I gave this a 10 out of 10. First of all, this one is so, like, it definitely, you can see the growth since we literally listened to Give Me a Minute, the first one. You can tell her growth. There's not a single bad song in this album. It is genuinely so good. I loved every single last second of it so much. I did listen to the deluxe version of it. I can't describe it. Every single song just feels so perfect and it fits like so good. I listened to Kansas Anymore, The Longest Goodbye. I gave this a 9.5 out of 10. I know we're getting specific, but I didn't feel like it was worth a 9. Very clear didn't think it was worth a 10 either. I love almost every single song. I think there's a few songs that I just don't really care about and I was getting like a tiny bit bored listening to, but I love a lot of these songs. They're very good. Like I said, there's just a few that I don't really care about, which is why I docked down 0.5 of a point, but I did really like it. Next one, I listened to Addison by Addison Rae, and I gave that a 4 out of 10. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm sorry. I believe this album is the case of the singles were so good. I love Diet Pepsi and I also love Famous Gun. Like, those two, incredible songs. However, the album just felt so short. Like, it fell so short. It just didn't hit. None of the songs felt like they were like anything exciting, and I'm gonna be honest, I was bored. So I gave it a 4 out of 10. The singles still, are they? I know Famous Gun is, I think Diet Pepsi is as well. Bangers, still bangers. The only bangers on the album. Honestly, I should just give this a 2 out of 10, but 4, I'll keep it with a 4. And then these were Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I listened to A Very Leve Holiday, and then I listened to Charlie Brown Christmas. I'm not gonna rate either of these because they're Christmas albums. However, they're very good Christmas albums. Leve, I love her voice for Christmas. Like, genuinely, it feels so special. And since we already listened to her too, Above, it kind of has the same vibes, but I actually really liked this. And then A Charlie Brown Christmas, it's a movie, it's the soundtrack of it. I listened to it while opening presents, and then I listened a little bit after. It was good. I liked it. But again, I'm not gonna rate them. If I am to give it anything, they're probably just 10 out of 10s because they're Christmas albums. They do what they do. And then I listened to The Crooks by Joe. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I really loved this. I really loved this. I'm going to be honest when I say I think the only song I knew from him was End of Beginning because it went viral. I am so disappointed in myself that I have not listened to this more. I love his voice. I love the vibe of the music. It's so good. It's so good. Like, I'm going to be listening to this in the summertime. Like, I really love the vibes of the music, and I overall just had a good time. Like, I was living my life. I was living my life. And then lastly, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday was a little bit of a struggle, but because me and my mom were watching a movie and it happened really late at night, so I wanted to pick something that like I knew was short. I listened to Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. I have not listened to this full album. A Crime. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I can't tell if I like short and sweet better. I don't know. And I can't believe at one point people were like complaining about this album because it is such a good album. I'm gonna be honest, there's like one song that I don't care about, maybe two, I don't know, but this, like, there are songs on here that I liked and I listened to, but there are some that I have not like been appreciating enough, like My Man on Willpower. That song is so good. I love that so much. Sugar Talking, like, I know those two are very popular, but I've never like gotten into it, and I loved them. I loved them so much. So good. And then obviously I did skip through a little bit of this because they are the songs that I listen to a lot. So like Tears, and Child, When Did You Get Hot, like those like songs I listen to a lot, so I did skip through, but I liked it. Anyways, today I listened to Guard Dog by C Rose to kick off our 15th. We are halfway through. We are halfway through. Hey guys, and welcome to week 3 recap. I cannot believe it is already week 3. Like, we have one more week. That's kind of insane to me. We have 8 albums to talk about instead of our 7. That sounds, I make it sound really dramatic. But let's get into my thoughts, my feelings. The first one I listened to was Guard Dog by C Rose. This album is so sad. 10 out of 10. I loved this. I have heard a few C Rose songs before and I love the music. I loved every single second of it. I felt like I was experiencing every single emotion. I was like about to cry. It's such, like, I love the feels of this album. It's sad for sure, but it was the vibe that I wanted. And then I listened to Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party by Hayley Williams. I gave this album a 6 out of 10. I actually did really like this. I didn't know what to expect going into this. I haven't really heard much of Hayley Williams. I liked all the songs. I don't think anything really stuck with me, and I would love to listen to this again because I feel like it's one of those albums that I feel like I didn't really fully grasp when I was first listening to it, so I would love to listen again and maybe my opinions will change. But I did love Showbiz. That's a really good song, and I love the I love the instrumentals. I love the vibes of the album. I kind of want to re-listen again. And then I listened to Everyone's a Star by 5 Seconds of Summer. I gave this a 9 out of 10. This brought back my vibes of boy bands. I haven't really, like, I've been a very casual listener of 5 Seconds of Summer. Like, I've heard of them and I've listened to music before by them and I enjoy their music, but this was so good. I can't believe I haven't listened to it. It's all around good vibes. I love it so much. It's good. I definitely, again, need to listen through and I feel like actually absorb the music, but I just, like, you know that feeling when you first listen to it, like the vibes are just there. And then I listened to Control by SZA, which I also gave a 10 out of 10. I love SZA so much. I can't believe it took me so long to listen to this album in full. Like, I love Prom. I love that song so much. I love a lot of SZA's music, and I just can't believe I haven't listened to this. She is such a good artist, genuinely. I love the lyrics, I love the vibes, the music, I love the feels. I love her so much, and it's such a good album, like, incredible. And then I listened to Fleetwood Mac, Self-Titled. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I feel like, just like how I've been saying with all these albums, I really liked this album and I enjoyed it. Maybe I just don't know how to rank properly, but I enjoyed it, and that's, like, good enough for me. I still, like, I love a lot of songs on this, and I did in fact listen to this, I believe, right after Stranger Things released, or somewhere around there, because Landslide was in the new season. That killed me. That was, like, one that I really knew. incredible, beautiful. I actually really love this album. And it's Fleetwood Mac. And then I listened to Ultrasound by The Neighborhood. This one is a 10 out of 10, 100%. There's a lot of 10 out of 10s in this. I'm not gonna lie, I have a little bit of mixed feelings with The Neighborhood. I love their music, however, being that they have some controversy surrounding them, as well as the way that they treated it, I'm not the biggest fan of. I was very hesitant to listen to this album just because it's been a while. I think they went on hiatus in 2019, so I was like, is it gonna still feel the same? But I really loved this album. It was so good. I love the feels of it. Like, their music is just so good. I love it so much. And then I listened to Brat by Charlie XCX. I gave this a 7 out of 10. All I can really say about this is I think it gave exactly the feels that it's supposed to. Like, it's exactly what it is. I really like it. I think Charlie XCX is a really good artist. I think she does her style of music so well. I did in fact listen to this when I was still thinking about Stranger Things, and it felt like if you put me like at a party, but like I'm really sad and it's like those upbeat music like around you, or almost it's like Party for You, where like everyone's like having a fun time around you and you're just, that's how I felt listening to this. It's still a really good album and I really enjoy it, but it was just a little bit funny because I was like, I went from listening to like Phoebe Bridgers the entire day to listening to Brat at the end of my day, and it was a very drastic change, but it was a good album. I liked it. And then I listened to No Hard Feelings by The Beaches. I gave this a 9 out of 10. I can't speak. I gave this a 9 out of 10. I loved this so much, and I can't believe I haven't listened to The Beaches before. Like, this was my first time ever hearing anything from them. I loved it so much. It was so good. I love the vibes. I love them so much. It was such a good album. And then lastly, I listened to Wishbone by Conan Gray. I gave this an 8 out of 10. I love Conan Gray. He's such a good artist. I liked this album all around. Like, I literally have no complaints with it. He has such an incredible voice. He has such incredible lyric style. I loved it so much, and it was just so good. It was just so good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So that is my wrap up of all the albums that I listened to this week. I literally, we're getting into the home stretch. We're getting into the last ones. I've changed around like my order so many times. Hey, would you look at that? We're back. I edited the entire video and now we're back. This video was a headache to edit, let me just tell you. So I hope you enjoyed it. However, we are here to do a recap of, first of all, the last week. Can I just say, this video was filmed around Christmas time. It is now almost the end of February, so I apologize for the delay. You can't usually, usually my videos are very they can be very drastically, when I filmed it versus when it's getting published, but like you guys can see that. It's kind of crazy, but that's besides the point. We're gonna do a very quick recap. I first listened to Private Music by Deftones, which I gave a 3 out of 10. In the simplest way that I can say this, it is not my style of music. I knew absolutely nothing about Deftones, and I went in completely blind, and it's just to say it's not my style of music. I was not expecting it at all. I didn't know what I was expecting. It was not that though, but it's just not my style of music. And then I listened to The Record by Boy Genius, which I gave an 8 out of 10. Their style together is insane. And I wish they were a band again. And then I listened to Songs from the Big Chair by Tears for Fears. I give this a 10 out of 10. I can't really describe it as anything else, but it is just a good album to listen to. It's a classic. It's really good. I liked the vibes. And then I listened to The Clearing by Wolf Alice. I give this a 6 out of 10. I was a little bit disappointed by this. I think I was just expecting a little bit more. It wasn't bad, but I just think that I wanted more from it. And then I listened to Before I Forget by Kid Laroi. I gave this a 7 out of 10. I listened to this actually the day it came out, which was kind of crazy. I liked it. It was good. It's strange because I wouldn't really consider Kid Laroi my taste in music, at all, but I liked it. It was really good. I had a fun time. I was jamming out with it. It was good. And then lastly, I listened to Submarine by the Marias, which I gave a 9 out of 10. Also, why do I only have 29 here? Did I not listen to 30? No, I feel like I did listen to 30. What did I listen to? Did I talk about the Marias? I give it a 9 out of 10. It was good. I enjoyed it. I love the music. I really liked it. I don't have 30. However, I am actually gonna add a 30th one because I did listen to an album a lot. We're adding it in. I listened to, it's actually kind of perfect because I listen to this a lot and I like listened to it for the first time. I listened to Stranger in the Alps by Phoebe Bridgers. Yes, I didn't listen to this full album before. I know, a crime. I gave this a 10 out of 10. When I tell you I was so distraught after Stranger Things, I was genuinely just listening to Phoebe Bridgers on and on and on. It was bad. It was bad. Like I was listening to Georgia. I was listening to It'll All Work Out. I was listening to so many of them. I was listening to a lot. Incredible album. I thought Punisher was my favorite. No, Stranger in the Alps is 100% my favorite. Now I have gone into our top 5 of the whole video out of all the 30. I decided to go with 5 because when I was doing 10, I could not think past 5. And yeah, so actually I guess my honorable mention, I'm gonna give it to Stranger in the Alps. I loved it so much. It was incredible. I love Phoebe Bridgers. Incredible work. So now we're gonna get into our top 5. Number 5, I have Kansas Anymore, The Longest Goodbye by Role Model. I really enjoyed it. I love Role Model. There's some really good songs on here that I listen to like every day. And then I have in my number 4 spot, Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. When I tell you, I have been listening to Ethel Cain on repeat recently, especially Preacher's Daughter. I've been listening to House in Nebraska so much. I've been listening to Strangers a lot. Televangelism, I think is how you say it. Incredible instrumental, like the whole story. Like I haven't deep dived into because it's told as like a story under Ethel, I believe is how it is. Incredible. Just like the idea for it is insane. And then in the number 3 spot, Older and Wiser by Lizzie McAlpine. I think this is just a perfect album. It genuinely encapsulates such amazing feelings and I love it so much. The number 2 spot, I have The Divine Feminine by Mac Miller. I think all around there is nothing wrong with that album. It is so perfect. I had such a good time listening to it and it was incredible. And I love Mac Miller and I'm always kind of sad that I didn't get into him like before. But I really loved it. And then in our number 1 spot, we have The Art of Loving by Olivia Dean. I have been loving her recently. I've been listening to this album literally on repeat. It's such an amazing album. And she just won Brand New Artist at the Grammys, which is insane. It is all around such an incredible album. So yeah, I'm sorry this was really fast, but I've been editing for like the past 2 hours. And I don't want to bore you to death with this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy and I will see you guys in the next one.